Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. Hey Colton, how are you?
I'm doing great, Boris. How are you doing today?
Good. So today we're looking at Polkadot. So let's do a quick visit on that great coin and see what are some of the potential coming up. All right. So Polkadot, big thing is their parachains are live. So the way Polkadot works, it's one blockchain and then you have side chains. They call them parachains. So it's like another blockchain on the side of the big blockchain. And it's great for scalability and for speed because it's like having multiple databases and then you synchronize them together. It's much faster than having one single big database that everybody writes to. After a while, it just slows down the whole system. So they have several of them that are already working, and of course they do interoperability and they do economic of scale. They bring a lot of things for people who like green. That's one thing people may not know, but it is the greenest blockchain out there. Polkadot, the greenest.
Okay.
It's the one that has the least carbon footprint, so it's fast, it works well, great staking. If you go to Kraken, for instance, 12%. If you stake Polkadot on Kraken, you get automatically 12%. You can stake it on multiple platforms. They usually will give you anywhere between 9% and about 16%. We talked about Swissborg the other day. For people in Europe, it's a 16.5%, I believe, on Swissborg. Okay. But you can find places like to stake. So 12 is usually about the norm, and you can get as much as around 16% on staking, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely.
So great protocol. It's an L1. It's at the top with the Luna, Solana, Avalanche, all those guys. They're based in Switzerland, at least the company that runs them, they are called the W3 Foundation, and they are, right there. And they are based in Switzerland. So it's a great project. Overall, it's definitely one of those that you have kind of heard of, before.
Definitely.
So, sure,
go ahead. Boards. I saw on Twitter, and I may be wrong on the number or something like that, but didn't they, just announce like $500 million deployment of something too as well? Didn't they get a lot of funding?
Yeah, they actually did $770 million, or 777. Lucky number 7. Yeah. And that is for the parachains.
Okay.
And on the parachains, there are lots of different projects. I think probably the most famous one is Moonbeam.
Oh, yep. Yes, sir. Well, Boris is
trying to find Moonbeam, very popular right now. And you see smart contract parachain on Polkadot.
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
And they themselves are trading, at good prices. I mean, they've been growing quite a bit.
Definitely.
So, great project. But yeah, that's part of that huge amount of money that Polkadot has put on the table. And they're doing what they call auctions. And they're only selecting a small group of people distributing those parachains too. So it's not like just anybody can go and get their own parachain and then, hook up to the big Polkadot blockchain. They make a selection. So basically they are like almost like doing auditions and interviews, to make sure that whoever they're gonna give those things to, are the right people. So very smart, very smart. That's what you want to do. You don't want to have all kinds of people coming and creating all kinds of problems. You want serious projects and make it very selective. So there are several articles on everything that they're doing, but yeah, great project overall. If we look a little bit at the price action, of course, with the market not doing too hot right now, they also took a bit of a correction. If we look at one single year, at some point they had reached all the way up to about $54. And that was back in November. If we look at longer periods of time, in 2020, you could have picked them up for $4 a coin. So, and of course, during the 2021, first part of 2021, when things went pretty well, they went to 43, then they corrected all the way back down to about 12, and then they went all the way back up to 54. But it's a solid project. So the thing is, there is some stability, right now they are about 69% below their all-time high. So it's not necessarily a bad time to start accumulating. Anyway, once again, we're DCAing over a long time. We don't really care, we're not looking at the market. Is it going to change next week or next month? That's traders do that, not investors.
Yeah.
The last thing that's important to know, first of all, also they're very easy, of course, to trade. I mean, they're going to be on Binance, crypto.com, they're one of the largest coins, so obviously they're everywhere. But the other thing is, where is it all going? So they have lots of projects, lots of things happening, multiple milestones coming up. Yeah, you see, it's just gigantic, the number of exchanges there are, where you can trade Polkadot. But the one thing is, I've done a little bit of research on several different, sites that try to gather different information. And the best I could find is this, on the Crypto and Fire. They really have a good, thing about everything, created in 2016, by one of the former co-founders and CTO of Ethereum. So somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny because basically Cardano, it's also one of the co-founders of Ethereum, so it's basically three guys that co-founded Ethereum, and two of them left. One created Polkadot, the other went and created Cardano. But at the end of the day, and since we're looking at multiple years, and that's what I like, and I've done, and that seems really in line with the numbers I'm looking at on multiple perspective. And Polkadot, by 2025, so about 3 years from now, that far away, between 100 to 150 by January, and it could be anywhere between 225 and 250 by the end of 2025. So within the next 3 years, and if we want to be conservative, we could say maybe around 150, even by the end of 2025. We want to be really, really conservative. And right now we're sitting at like $17. So realistically, we're looking at an easy 10x, or close to 10x, maybe it does reach $170, But we're looking at something that's around a 10x, and we're also especially looking at a project that's huge because it's in the top 20. If I look at today's market, roughly, Polkadot is sitting at number 11. So it's a big project. It's solid. It has the traction. It has the people. Another thing that's important always is not just to look at the price of the coin, but mainly looking at the market cap, and the market cap right now is sitting around $19 billion. So $19 billion, a solid project, it's a huge project. So that's the other reason why, I invested in Polkadot. I own a decent amount of Polkadot because it's a solid project, and it has definitely room to grow. So just a quick overview for those who are not as familiar with Polkadot and where potentially it could be going. And if we keep on seeing the market correcting and going any lower, maybe we could see Polkadot going back down to maybe, 15, maybe even $12, a Polkadot. That may not last very long, and who cares if you're buying on DCA, you're buying, on a weekly basis, you will get your price average down, over time. Yeah. And at least it's a solid project. To me, it's always better to put money on a project like Polkadot than to go say, oh yeah, let me go grab, project, whatever. Let me go grab project 3 or 500, like let's say, boom, 400, and oh yeah, that one might be, going, let's say you go down to, let's say 300. Oh, mango. Yeah, great. Let's grab some mango, and you're like, man, what is their, what is their market cap? Oh, $144 million, which is not bad. I mean, when you really think about it, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But, you never know. You never really heard that much about this project. You don't know where it's going to go. It's much better to put in something solid. Mango might or might not do 10x. It might maybe do 100x, which I doubt, Polkadot will do. But at least Polkadot is a more sure bet. So if I put some money on something, I would put more money on a Polkadot than I would on a Mango. I would probably say if I have $1,000 to invest, I'll put, $950 on Polkadot and $50 on Mango, so that's where I think people should really start concentrating on the larger projects, because there's going to be a shakedown. It's too many coins, 14,000 coins. It's not gonna work. There's too many duplicates, too many copycats. People are gonna make selections. And also, Polkadot is one of the most invested coins by VCs, venture capitalists, so basically investment bankers. Lots of money pouring in, and that's gonna count at the end. I know some of you don't like those bankers. Trust me, I'm not a big fan either. But you're gonna need some money to be successful. Polkadot has that backup from investors and big investors. Colton, any comments, questions?
It's more of, I guess, a comment / just wondering what your thought process is here. Do you think Polkadot, will take off once, Web3 is more of a culture / society norm, or do you think it will take off regardless?
I think it'll take off regardless. I mean, it's a big project. They have lots of things in the pipeline. Their milestone is big, so they're going to be releasing more and more things. They delivered on the parachains. They said they were going to come out. They did come out. It's a solid platform. You haven't heard, unlike some others, like Solana has been having some difficulties lately. They've had multiple crashes and problems and hacks. Polkadot has been solid. It's been very, very solid. No problems. So that's the other reason why, it's also about perception. People want to make sure that they are viewing something that is solid. So, and Polkadot is solid, and the people behind it, like I said, when you're one of the creators of Ethereum, the cool thing is you left Ethereum and you already have that whole experience about building Ethereum, and now you're like, okay, this is what I would have done different, if I could do it all over again. Oh, I am doing it all over again. So this is what's great with Ethereum. I'm sorry, with Polkadot. A little bit the same like with Cardano. And these people, they're doing it, seriously. They're taking their time. Everybody wants to rush. Like, oh man, how come, Cardano hasn't grown, that much, and Polkadot is not growing as fast as some of the others. Yeah, but you know what? The cool thing is their stuff is solid. Solana has grown very, very fast, and it's a great project as well. But they've grown so fast that they've been crashing a little bit. The system is not very stable, and when it comes down to anything, people like stability. Would you like an awesome bank online that does very well for you, but every other day you log in, it's like, sorry, can't access your bank information right now. It's down. You'd be like, no, then I'm going back to a more traditional bank if you guys are not solid enough. So, but the Polkadot and Cardano, very solid projects.
Definitely. Yes, sir. Yeah. That, from my side, Boris, that's pretty much it that I have for today.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone. And we look forward to see you on the next one. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.